So, Destiny 2. Alright, so this is my buddy Hinobi. And, yeah. So, we're going to talk about Destiny 2 today. And I'm going to buy it because I have a job and I have money now. But here's the thing. So, with Destiny 1, I feel as if throughout all the time that I played it, I gained, like, so much from, like, PvP, like, the online scene, just how everything went together and how they constructed the game made it very unique in a way. But at the same time, it was very repetitive. But it was repetitive good because everything that you did, you got something out of it. For example, this guy got the game a few months after me, got carried in a raid, and got the exotic weapon that I worked weeks for. And I hated him for it. And the thing is, I made it so far in that game, like the competitive PvP was good, the Trials of Osiris, how we like had to like earn our way through a competitive scene and win a certain amount of games throughout a certain amount of time to get like what we wanted to get to. I think it was what planet was it? Was it Mercury?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Mercury, yeah. And you got to Mercury and you got like a guaranteed exotic, you got all this cool stuff. And it was just super rewarding to do all that stuff every single week when you got on, or to do the raid with a bunch of your friends. It was just like a great game to come together. But at some point in time, they were basically like, yo, we're gonna after you paid for a season pass that gave you 2 DLCs, that guaranteed the DLCs that came out in the game. That's what it said when the game came out. We're going to give you all the DLCs. Then they said, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a new DLC, and it's going to be $40. And everything that you've earned thus far is not going to matter. You're going to have to replay the storyline. All of your weapons are going to become irrelevant. And, like, we all know that Destiny didn't have the best storyline. Destiny's storyline was kind of like Dark Souls, where if you wanted to know about it, you could go online. But in reality, if you were to just play through the storyline, you're not going to go, man, what a good storyline. You're going to go, that's really underwhelming. I'm going to go play PvP so I can get some good weapons. Because in reality, story mode in Destiny 1, and I'm assuming it's going to be the same for Destiny 2, was this is how I'm going to hit.
What story?
This is how I'm going to hit go from level 1 to level 15. And then I'm going to start hitting the Crucible and all the strikes and stuff and all the challenges so I can level up. Alright, second thing. With Destiny 1 was not on PC. And a lot of people have anticipated it on PC because a lot of people were like, this is a cool game, but it would be so much better if it were on PC. And I felt the same. Well, I didn't feel the same way at the time because when Destiny 1 came out on console, I didn't have a gaming PC at the time. And the whole PC thing has been very controversial. Because if you put it into perspective, why would you release a game a month after it comes out on console? That's not optimization. Everybody at E3 and all the games, what are they called?
What games?
Like the what are they called? Like the cons?
The
conventions. Yeah, there we go. All the people at the conventions were like, yeah, the game's running great, everything works fine. So if the game's running great and everything works fine, like why does it need to come out a month later? And I feel like that's Sony saying, look, everybody's going to want to get it on PC, but if we make them wait a bit, they're going to buy it on PS4, and Sony's going to make money. And that's why you're partnering with us. Like, that's the whole thing. I feel like they're pushing towards the whole, we are super money hungry, we want this, that, and the other, in order to, like, get our stocks up, because we want to kill Xbox. Like, that's what they're thinking right now. And in order to do that, because Microsoft... Destiny 2 is not a Windows 10 game. It is only it's actually a Blizzard game. It's coming out on the Blizzard client, but it's made by Bungie and Activision. Mm-hmm. And here's what I'm wondering. So I'm gonna be that guy and talk bad about the game when I'm gonna buy the Legendary Edition, it's like 100, the Digital Deluxe Edition, I think it's called, where you get the season pass, the thing that I bought last year that didn't really turn up that good for me. But the reason that I'm buying it was because when you should have got on point. You were not on point. Point is right there.
I don't play Overwatch, okay?
Right.
I play CS:GO. Okay, alright.
Alright, but the reason that I'm buying it is because, sure, when Destiny dropped that DLC, I hated it. I literally never played it again. But by the time Destiny had released that DLC, I had put easily over 1,100 hours into the game. I was on it every single day. I was doing Crucible, I was doing Trials, I was doing the Raids, the Strikes, the Nightfalls. All that stuff hooked me in because I wanted something new. I wanted the new weapon. I wanted the legendary weapons that were as good as exotic weapons. And like that kind of stuff like lured me into the game. So in reality, you think, hey, you spent $100 for a game and a season pass, and you got 1,100 hours out of the video game. That seems fair. But I feel like I would have been engaged in it longer if Bungie didn't do what they did. Oh, nice headshot. That was dirty. You hit a headshot on him.
No!
Alright, but yeah, they could have done so much better, and like I don't know what they're gonna do, and I don't know what to suspect. But what my mindset is like it's bad that I have to think this way, but even if they do ruin the game per se, and release another $40 DLC, I will still have put a certain amount of hours into the game. Put a wall behind them.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, you put it too far. You're dead.
Yeah.
I would have put easily a certain amount of hours into the game, and that's kind of my mindset right now. And I want Destiny to be good more than anything because I haven't really like played a first-person shooter on PC that I've gone like, hey, this is really fun. Hey, I could play this every day. Because that was Overwatch at a time. But Overwatch is Season 5. They're constantly trying to balance things. And they're not sure what to do with it in terms of, like, direction. That's why the seasons are so short. Because they're really trying to listen to the community. And that's one thing I like about Blizzard. And I really hope that, like, Sony learns a thing or two from Blizzard. Because if you look at Blizzard, I wouldn't say they're the most successful gaming company. But they're the most interactive game company. That's tragic. That is tragic.
Yes, it is.
But they're the most interactive gaming company, and like they listen to the community. So like say, for example, if you play Overwatch, Roadhog, Roadhog's OP. Let's nerf him, not to the point where he's irrelevant, but let's make adjustments. We're not gonna nerf his damage, or we're gonna give him an extra clip, and he's gonna shoot 50% faster. Like that's an insane adjustment.
I think as long as they bring back the No Land Beyond, I'm so
Dude, the No Land Beyond was so good. That's another thing. Grinding exotic weapons was one of the most satisfying things. But I feel like I'm jumping off topic. One of the biggest things has been, what is Bungie going to do about DLC? Because Bungie's real big on DLC. Like, not many bangers were shown at E3 this year, which brings the hype to Bungie again. Where you gotta think, okay, if you're not, like, I'm not a big Nintendo fan, so I don't really care about, like, Super Mario or any of that. Because I don't own a Wii. I get all my games on PC. I've got an Xbox One, but I barely play it. So my whole mindset right now is, like, what? Like, where do I get that perfect game? And another game that was shown in E3 that I was really interested in is Anthem. And I feel like that's EA's answer to Destiny 2. But at the same time, Anthem is a toss-up because it's an EA game. And name the last EA game that was good.
That's a good question. I mean, they still make.
Battlefield 1 was good, right?
That was okay.
Yeah, Battlefield 1 was okay. Battlefield 1 has like.
Wait, no, but DICE made it. No, I think pretty sure DICE made that.
And EA published it.
EA published, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, yeah. Well, EA has been kind of silent.
EA has been voted the worst gaming company, by the way, too. So.
Yeah, and like they're saying in their new game, like it was really funny. It was just like, so their new game apparently, like the new Star Wars Battlefront, it isn't gonna have like DLCs, but it's EA. What EA game has been released that hasn't had DLCs?
That's a good question.
Paid DLCs.
That's a good question. I mean, I don't play EA because.
Yeah, I haven't played a shooter game. I haven't been in the Call of Duty since Black Ops 2. When they released it remastered, I was all over it. You guys are about to lose a point. That sucks. You guys are about to win too.
Yeah, I know.
But
since this game is the.
Like, what do you think about like what direction do you think they're gonna go right now?
For Destiny, I think what they're gonna do. I think they're gonna correct the mistake they did last time. So remember when the DLC came out, right? And everything was useless year one. Mm-hmm. I think they're gonna do that. I mean, they're not gonna do that this time because everyone was like, "What the heck? I worked for all this. I worked.
I worked 1,000 hours for a Gallahorn, and then they were just like, "Hey, We got the Iron Gallahorn.
That transfer, like exotics transferred, but like stuff like the
you had to work for it.
Yeah.
You had to work to get them upgraded. Every single one of your useful exotics, which was quite a few.
Right.
Very ultimate player when you're down.
Hi, May. I'm dead. Goodbye. Goodbye, wonderful world.
But it's just, it's all about like perspective. Like, what's gonna happen? Like, what are they gonna do? It's all like anticipation. Cause okay, so first things first, they or lastly, like one of my ending points. PS4 is getting a lot of exclusives for Destiny 2. They're getting a weapon. They're getting special abilities. They're getting a bunch of gear for each class. They're getting their own strike, and they're getting their own PvP map. In Destiny 1, it was like 2 weapons and a strike, right?
They also got an exclusive map, I think, too. They got.
Was it a map?
Yeah, they got the Hulk Moon, and I think they got the Four Horsemen, that shotgun, and I don't think they got an exclusive strike. Did they get an exclusive strike?
I think they did.
No, I don't think they did. Yeah, I think they got 2 exclusive exotics and an exclusive PvP map. And I'm
trying to remember if they got a strike.
I don't think they did.
Okay, you don't think they did? Okay, let's say they didn't. But I feel like Bungie at this point, it's just all money hungry. They just like we need more money. No, not Bungie. I'm sorry, Sony. Sony is trying to draw everybody into like if you think about it, like I've been watching streamers. All the streamers say they're gonna get Destiny 2, Summit, Soda Poppin', Tim the Tap Man. They're all like, yo, I want to get it on PC, but it's coming out on PS4. Everybody's gonna be watching Destiny streams when Destiny comes out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to buy it on PS4. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay. Sony might be the money hungry ones here, but I think truly the money hungry one here is Activision. Activision by far.
Well, I feel like, but you can't really say where would Bungie be without Activision, because if you think about it, Bungie made Halo.
Yeah.
And you could talk trash about Halo, but Halo is probably I don't think it's the best, like the king anymore, was the best exclusive on Xbox.
That is true.
Halo 3, Halo Reach, both of those games. Halo Reach especially, like a lot of people hated on Reach, but I really enjoyed Reach. Like banger for me, like it was really good.
I mean, as you know, I really don't.
So like, what would Bungie be without Activision? Would the game be different? Like, how much do you think they're a part of the creation process? Or do you think that they're literally just there for 2 big name companies? Because at the time it was Call of Duty versus Halo.
I think if Activision wasn't the factor, because they're a part of the contract, they would take more time in developing Destiny. I think there would have been more time intervals between DLC and all that. Because think about it, like they're making a full game like only 2 years after. A full, complete new game only 2 years after Destiny come out.
And, like, there were so many rumors throughout the first Destiny, like, lasting, like, 10 years. You remember that?
Right.
They were all just like, hey, Destiny's gonna last forever, they're gonna keep updating it. Another lie. Like, there were so many lies involved with Destiny 2. Ooh,
right.
Ooh, dirty. And Blizzard, if Blizzard gets any say, I think that they would be like, yo, we're not gonna endorse a game if you're gonna do this.
Right.
Like, I straight up think that if Activision / Bungie went too far, they would go, this ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
Because as I said, they work really hard. You're dead.
Yeah.
Sorry about my look sensitivity there.
It's just so well.
But, I mean, I guess that concludes it. I mean, there's a lot of things to look forward to with, like, how Blizzard's going to treat it, how big of a factor Activision and DLC is going to be into it, how much more PlayStation is going to get than PC, why PC is being released only a month and a half later.
It wasn't that bad.
Than console.
I'll be honest, though.
Like, if it were coming out, like remember GTA?
Yeah.
GTA came out 2 years after on PC, and it's a pretty well optimized game. We got everything that came out. Like, we got a more complete game. And they're still trying to deal with hackers and stuff. Like, they have no idea what to do with all that stuff. But, like, even still, it's just... You think about how GTA turned out, and you think, like, a month. Like, how much improvement can you make in a month?
That is true.
With a dev team. of a game that is completed on another platform.
I got a lot to.
There's a lot to assess. But yeah, this has been a nice little podcast expressing two people's opinions, two people that played Destiny 1 thoroughly, over 1,000 hours probably for both of us. Doing a lot of PvP and stuff, but yeah, just viewpoints from two people. Perhaps I could get somebody who continued to play Destiny after the fact, because I didn't know many people, because most of the people that I played with got off the game as soon as that DLC came out. But if I can get any more viewpoints, I'll try and bring them on throughout Skype, or like have them come over to my house and just tell me like how they felt about the DLC changes and like what the changes were made to the game. Because to be fair, I did not give the game much of a chance after that DLC. Mm-hmm. And I did get the DLC on my Xbox at some point because I was game sharing with somebody and somebody bought it. But like I didn't see a point because I was so far behind. Like in a game like Destiny, you want to get the game day one, level out all 3 classes, and then hop right into it. But yeah, there's a lot that's going to be watched over the next few months with Bungie. Like even the beta is going to come out late for PC. Sony gets an early beta.
Yep.
The open beta starts sometime late in July, and then PC doesn't get a beta until I think August, like mid-August, something like that, according to Blizzard's website. So yeah, thanks for listening. This has been Gamers Outpost. Just a few opinions. You guys have a great day. You power us. And yeah, take care. All right. Hit a dang Hanzo all tangent.
There we go. Greatest Hanzo all ever.
Alright, you can go ahead and record.